Hello, welcome to our fourth and final lesson. In this lesson, we will be talking about the other notable British rock bands that just didn't quite make the cut. So, there were other noteworthy British bands that were showcasing great musical talent around the 1960s, but they just weren't nearly as prominent as bands like the Rolling Stones and the Beatles because they kind of just lacked that staying power. For example, there was a group called Gerry and the Pacemakers, who rivaled the Beatles when they were in Liverpool before their great big breakout. And they were also managed by the Beatles manager Brian Epstein and had their song Ferry Across the Mersey rise to number 6 in the US charts in 1965. And coming from the more R&B Rolling Stones camp came the Animals, a group from Newcastle that was led by lead vocalist Eric Burdon and rose to number 1 in the US by 1964 with their New Orleans folk song House of the Rising Sun. There was another group called the Kinks, who were a London group that, after hardening their once smooth Mersey beat sound, they were able to have 2 hits, reach number 7 on the Billboard, which is still pretty good. And this group pioneered that power chord guitar style, which is when you have that open chord played by that distorted guitar. And also, the British R&B scene inspired a second wave of bands, and in this second wave came bands such as the Yardbirds, Them, The Who, and the Spencer David Group. The Who was the most popular of this second boom and was comprised of a guitarist, Pete Townshend, vocalist Roger Daltrey, bassist John Entwistle, and drummer Keith Moon, who originally called themselves the High Numbers. Their music included heavy use of modern slang, making it difficult to kind of market themselves out of their own social environment. But their trademark was that Pete Townshend noticed that he could get crowd reactions when he would destroy his guitar. And we seen a video on that in our lectures where he destroyed his guitar and the entire band began joining. And this enhanced the group's rebellious nature of rock and roll. And they were adamant on being a British rock band. They never wanted to conform or necessarily pay homage to the American rock style. And I think that's pretty cool and that it's really unique to them. And I hope you guys really enjoyed these lessons. I hope you guys had a lot to take away from these. And I wish you good luck on your studying.